You don't have to, but
If it makes you feel any better, I have this guy's self.
Oh, all right. So we last time group decided that enough was enough. They cleared the last hurdle in this dungeon, claimed some loot, and then they got a visit from Nerdy's avatar and got the download that they are now famous across the entire island, knowing that every single one of their handles that they've been using on the island has now shown up on the scoreboard, and everyone who's participating now knows that the first key has been claimed. And at this point, it's open season upon our party. Folks, with that, Nerdy's like, well, if you guys have any last questions, I'll be here for a little while until you leave.
Can people use the key if they take it from us?
No, they're bound to your character. If anyone tries to take them, it'll just reappear in your satchel.
Does everybody else know that?
No, because you guys are the first ones to ever claim said thing, so it's not common knowledge at this point.
Amazing, fantastic.
That's wonderful. So everybody's going to be trying to kill us and take our stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Kill, convince. Yeah, there's a lot of things that could happen going forward, but come on, you guys solved a 100-year-old riddle. Shouldn't be that rough to get the other two keys, right?
Sure. So, just asking for a friend. If I were to take my key and personally hand it to another person, but because it's bound to me, it would just, disappear in their hand and then reappear in mine?
Yeah, that, or go into your satchel if you're incapacitated or something to that effect.
Okay. Good. No reason.
And just as a reminder for myself, you said if we die, we can just say, oops, my bad, and come back?
Only within my special zones I've created, like in this area, were you to die, and as long as, Belzak there has the memory card, or the card of memories as some have called it, it will reverse time back to when that last moment strikes. Granted, it will take a full week to recharge the mystical energies to do that, so it's only a get out of jail once a week card.
Yeah.
Get out of dead once a week card.
yes,
There's enough situations where get out of dead cards are nice, so.
it's only it's only available once a week, as if that is somehow not enough or not spectacular enough.
That's gonna save me so much gold on diamonds.
Diamonds are forever.
I suppose that's true.
Or at least until the next time that we face, other terrible monstrosities.
Yeah, until we have 2 deaths in a week.
Honestly, I'm starting to think that diamonds are rather, temporary.
But diamonds are August's best friend.
Or at least the next time until we meet someone else who wants to wear my flesh as a skin suit.
Well, thank you, and as always, Nerdy's avatar. You have thoroughly blown my mind once more, and I don't know what to do about it.
Well, if you did what the kids did in the 90s, grab a slice of pizza and a beverage and just, hang out.
Cool. I'll get a slice of
Is there
That's
something
a
we
really
can explore
bizarre
that
way to say
princess,
that.
By the way,
What was that, Belzak?
is there any way we could get some more of that pizza? By the way,
He kind of looks at you, he's like, what, you haven't attempted to recreate it yourself?
not a pizza like that.
He just kind of looks at you, blinks his eyes. It's like, there wasn't anything special about the ingredients, man. You just had to cook them.
Weren't those ingredients like frozen in time or some such?
I have a vegetable slicer.
He just kind of looks at you. He's like, well, the time spell was just to preserve their freshness. It didn't do anything else to said items or ingredients.
Okay. Fair.
Okay then.
He looks at Lore. It's like, Lore... He looks at Lore. It's like, Lore, you may want to go ahead and just go back and look into the whole pizza thing. You might come up with some ideas of as to how to make some gold.
Oh, well, I actually have another idea I'm trying to invent, but maybe I'll come back to that.
Indeed. Well, I'll be here if you need me.
So,
Wait, what does that mean? We can talk to you?
Well, until you leave, and then I'll probably dissipate and move on to the next area.
So, existential question. What's it like being dead?
He looks at you. It's like, well, technically I'm not alive. I'm just basically just Nerdy's intelligence in a form that is capable of speaking to you. I'm not exactly him instead. It's just his knowledge.
It sounds like we're saying the same thing.
He just laughs. He's like, well, I've never been technically alive, so I couldn't tell you.
So, alright, continuing that train of thought, the next time that we complete a mission and we get another key and we meet you again, will you remember us, or will it be an entirely different version of you?
He looks at you and he's like, I'm part of the conduit that runs... Let me rephrase. I'm basically an apparition that is created, and part of that energy comes from said instances like this. So as long as you're one of these instances I appear in it, the information shared across all forms of me.
So, do you just cease to exist until somebody completes one of these, and then you appear, and then you just cease to exist until the next time?
I go into a dormant state more than anything, and essentially when something occurs, such as a new person enters or completes said challenge, then I wake up from my dormant state, process the information that has been compiled, and act accordingly.
That sounds amazing, and on an unrelated note, I don't think I'll be able to get to sleep tonight.
So, like, are you autonomous? Like, can you do what you want? Like, do you have freedom of will?
No. Essentially, I come with, as much as it looks like I actually have a repertoire of thought, I'm actually a pre-programmed... You can think of it that I was implanted with thousands upon thousands of appropriate responses and knowledges. So no, I don't actually have a what you would call a sentience.
Oh, so he's not real. I was right.
So he would not pass the Turing test. Oh, I did... say it again. He was away.
Probably not. What's a Turing?
So are you then satisfied with your semi-existence?
He kind of ponders, like, I am not entirely sure how to answer that. I do not have needs or anything that you mortals have, not even the slightest amount of what the word ambition would describe. I'm just here to carry out my duties as the custodian / moderator of this contest.
You hold absolutely no personal desire.
He kind of blinks. He's like, I would need to have desire to begin with. I'm just a construct with just a lot of implanted thought patterns. No real actual sentience to have want or need.
It sounds better than being a robot dog.
question, does he seem like he's like a spectral-esque figure, or does he seem like he's tangible in front of us?
Is that how useful lives every day?
The avatar is kind of more incorporeal for the most part. It's got a more of a translucent spiritualness to him. There's no shadow or anything underneath him, but you can't see all the way through him either.
Alright,
Okay,
well,
real
I'm gonna
question.
walk up to him and just kind of like poke at him.
Yeah, you just go right through.
So, real question. Where do we go from here?
But he kind of just raises his eyebrows. He's like, "Did you not get a key with the clue?"
There were words and things, and that's not really my forte.
I mean, technically, you know where the next location is. Could you not just tell us what it is?
No.
If you had the other key on you, we could just take that. It'd be nice.
Why can't you just tell us?
That's against my implants.
What you're saying is you don't want to.
Wait. That's illegal.
It's like throwing a car battery into the ocean.
God. He's like, I am not permitted to take said action.
Okay, well, wonderful. Didn't we get a bunch of stuff?
We did.
We did. Let me see. Notes.
Did somebody find more stuff?
We got a key and a clue about bringing peace to the generation led to war by two factions.
That's woefully unspecific.
Indeed, because I would imagine many wars are led by two factions.
Didn't we do that?
What, the Sub-Zero thing?
Yeah.
A little bit.
I don't know if peace is the right word, to be honest.
It's an end. It's good enough.
It did end.
But anyway, I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm also fairly knackered.
Mm-hmm.
I could do with a little lie down. Perhaps if we return later, will you be here again?
He kind of just nods. He's like, well, technically yes, though in some ways it's taking a step backwards, but there's no harm in me reappearing if you need me here.
So, we can leave and return and investigate that rather mysterious other room, and then return, talk to him some more. But for now, it would be rather nice to have a bit of a sleep.
I have a question.
Said the elf.
What does knackered mean?
It means to kick you in the balls.
Oh.
I don't think that's what that means.
That's a strange adjective.
It's deeply specific.
Thank you for that.
Specifically. Specifically to kick Belzak in the balls.
I believe it simply means to be exhausted, tired, worn out.
The Sylvan language is amazingly...
Very different.
There's a Sylvan word for this, then.
Yes, the Sylvan is a very specific language.
Mm-hmm.
Just the tiniest change in the pronunciation of a word can cause it to mean something entirely different.
I feel like I would know if there was a word created to attack me specifically.
You should, yet here we are.
So do you conjugate the word based on the subject object?
It is unnecessary because it only applies to a singular individual.
So that's even more to my question. That means that there's a word specifically for this, and it wasn't... Whew, okay.
Well, it was created several centuries ago by someone who sort of looked into the future and realized that this precise moment was going to exist.
Inside
rolls
check.
his eyes.
Here's the thing. That's not the craziest thing I've heard in the last 15 minutes. So I'll accept it.
No, I'm serious. Inside check.
19.
Oh, God.
Oh, damn.
Oh, this is gonna end terribly. Let's do this. As soon as I figure out where my... There it is. Yeah, I got 5. I don't know shit.
Not only did the seer from the past see that this word would be something that was useful, but also they knew that we would have this conversation about it.
If I were a cast, it would be flavored.
I don't have a hard time believing that.
Lunam hates that... Lunam knows that Kestrel is lying, but for the worst reason. Not because this is ridiculous, but because he knows her tell. but the distance possible still.
My notes are telling you me because I'm currently dying.
Yeah,
How
that's
would he
fair.
even tell that? That's just bizarre. What on earth would give him the idea that the player playing the character is having issues breathing because of the amount that she's laughing? That's so ridiculous.
Oh God.
I'm just enjoying the fact that it's been
Tuesdays.
too long.
Oh man, I've forgotten what oxygen is like. Okay.
Oh. Anything else?
No, I think I'm good.
Yeah, I got nothing to top that.
So can I circle back to the nap idea? Because that sounded pretty good.
Yes, let's have at that.
All right, were you guys
Yes.
gonna try to attempt to take a nap at?
I would assume return to the inn and get a good night's rest. Yes,
All right, so heading back to the inn, you said.
I'm assuming so. Does anyone disagree?
No, don't we still have free nights there?
Yes.
Yes, based on our reputation and names.
Well, and it's gonna be great now. So let's go eat and sleep until our birthday at 10.
Yes, and everybody keep an eye out because there's a 90% chance that one or all of us are going to be knifed in our sleep. And I don't mean in the good way.
What do you call that?
Okay, so are you guys just going to walk nonchalantly back to the inn from the library, or are you guys going to try to be a little stealthy about it?
Tonka doesn't know what the definition of world stealth means.
Ludum is enjoying clicking and clanking in his new blade armor too much.
And I think Argus is away again, but I'm assuming that he's probably prancing around screaming that I am Argus and I am number one.
So the three of you can try and be stealthy, but us three are just gonna be our own little marching band.
If you think I'm stealthy, you're terribly wrong.
Oh God! All right, so
He's not screaming that he's number one, but he is prancing, is what he does.
I'm just imagining Laura and Useful trying their best to not draw attention to themselves.
Meanwhile, Kestrel is like 50 feet away from everyone, hood pulled down and trying to look like the brooding edgelord that she is.
I am
While
going
we're-
to use
what-
disguise self on myself and turn myself into Hanma.
I am just like legs going as high as possible, like head going back and forth. Yes.
I'm
Just
like,
like-
trying to like tippy toe, but I just keep like trying to like almost falling over when I try.
I imagine Tatanka's actually like making the sound that cartoons made when they tiptoed, like ticka ticka ticka. Like,
Yes,
out.
yes.
While we're going through town, Lunum is going to try his best to pay attention to people. Like, I know we're going to draw attention, but I'm going to try to like parse through that and see if I can like find anybody who's paying particular attention to our Fae friends.
oh, all right. Anything else before I put you back on the giant town map?
I would strongly suggest that everyone perhaps feel a little bit knackered. And other than that, let's return.
I don't approve of this.
So would that be an unarmed attack roll?
I think I have an idea what I want for my item.
A cup?
Yes.
Honestly, I just get the picture that if Tatanka tried, she'd like kick him in the shins instead. So
Look, this map that has.
Maybe I should learn enlarge reduce for you.
there you go. God, I would be a
I've got
huge
you.
bitch.
All right.
On the map. Oh, there we are.
Yeah, it should get you there. Well, because the archives were was on the north side of town. All right, so as you guys exit the archives, you just hear a huge amount of ruckus coming from the center of town and just shouting at people just running around in a mass panic. Just you thought that the first day when the first clue was revealed that there was panic in the streets. This by far has. So you see, people from IEI just running all over themselves with members of the Order of the Unwavering Shield and some other adventurers just running beside themselves, scrambling to try to figure out what the hell's going on. The fact that there's now, 6 names on the scoreboard has put everyone into a mad panic.
I wasn't joking though about the being 30 feet away from the rest of the group and trying to keep a low profile and follow after.
Sure.
I'm totally disguise selfed, so.
Sure, you guys can
Are you
place
separate from the rest of the group?
I am shooting. Still.
You're what? You cut out.
I'm just basically dancing through the street.
I think Lunum is too flustered by being the center of attention, if that is what's going to happen, to think about trying to be subtle. It's just a lot of anxiety right now.
That's fair.
Lore is still Lore. He's just trying to go to his hotel room or inn. He's not. He's completely aloof to anything.
All right, let's roll some percentage here and see. High percentage means that you guys are going through the madness without drawing too much attention. Low percentage, well, least likely outcome. And
We all die because we get mobbed. Got it.
No?
And it's ours as
wrong
well.
percentage then?
Oh, well, that's something. 99 percentile, so
Oof.
you guys are good. There's too much people panicking running all over themselves that they don't really care about seeing you guys, and considering the fact that you're not in a group of 6, most people don't even bother taking a look because they're more focused on now trying to find a way to retrieve the first key. Alright, so that gets you through at least halfway into the main square. Oh, never mind. The inn's right there, so we don't have to go through the main square. Alright, so you guys make it to the tavern without any issues. But I will need to take a few assets real quick. Alright, to the tavern. Alright, and then we will force players on said map. And then on current view. Alrighty. So yeah, you guys make it through town without really rousing any suspicion or any problems with that. And find an empty table and take a sit, I would presume, unless you guys are going straight to bed.
I'm down to just sleep.
I'm inclined. When the elf says that she wants to sleep, I'd say that we're all fairly knackered.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but aren't you physically incapable of sleeping?
It's figurative.
You're figurative.
It's kind of a point.
Is that supposed to be an insult?
You're supposed to be an insult.
Again, fucking go.
So before we split off and do this whole thing, I noticed that as we were moving from where we were from the archive to here, everybody seemed to have sodded off a little bit. What's up with that? I was expecting us to all walk proudly through the street, and I turn around and everybody's gone.
Well, we sort of decided that perhaps calling all of the attention to ourselves might be rather dangerous to our continued existence.
That sounds... I don't know how I feel about that.
I was walking with you, Argus. If that makes you feel any better.
He said it does.
I mean, I kind of thought we were into like that whole down low thing.
I'm always into the down low thing.
Everybody's very funny today.
You say that as though it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
I'm not quite sure how to be down low. I have the same proportions and the same size that I normally am. Is there a way that you can make me smaller?
I can. I cast reduce on him.
Oh. Well, I'm not sure if this is pleasant.
It is for me, so it's fine.
That is not what I was
I
expecting.
was not expecting that at all.
Played. Seriously, well played.
That was fantastic.
So, is this what it means to be down low?
Yeah.
Yes.
This is pretty much how it goes.
Ask
Oh.
Tatonka.
Perhaps I could create a device that could do this for all of us, and then that would keep everybody happy.
I think you should definitely give that a try.
For the first time in my life, that might actually make me feel told if I'm excluded from this little thing.
So it has to be brought up because of who I am as a person. I feel like this is a cause for celebration. I feel like this is a thing that we should be, able to celebrate of ourselves in the streets. That we are the first ones to get this far in the contest. That we're the ones doing this, but everyone else seems to disagree.
I agree. I think that this is a very good way to show off how good we are at things.
But it's hard for you right now since you are on the down low.
Oh. Well, I do worry about, there are supposed to be agents out there that are like seeking to contest with us.
They can seek to contest all they want.
But I believe what the rest of the people in this party, if I have deduced correctly, is they are worried about running into them constantly.
I think.
I'm more concerned not about necessarily running into them so much as them trying to harm us. That being said, there are two sorts of ways to handle this sort of situation. One is that you take the route of stealth and deception. You hide yourself and hope that nobody finds you. The second is to intentionally attract attention to yourself, because if notable figures in the attention of the masses suddenly go missing, then it will attract all sorts of attention, and a lot of people might, for example, grow upset thinking that perhaps somebody is targeting those who are successful and that they themselves might be next. So it sort of ensures a level of security by purposely being in the public eye. The problem is that we need to choose one and focus on it in order to circumvent those who might try to strike at us from the shadows.
Well, the one thing I would point out is having a public figure or persona. I mean, Tatonka is already a public persona from our endeavor in the ring, is she not?
It's true.
I am.
And I have been trying to make my face as public as possible.
Can we not just lean into it and accentuate, and then perhaps, I don't know, gather people who would like to protect us?
That is an option, absolutely, but there are other issues to bring into this. One, when we are off on our own, pursuing our next targets, as they were, when we're not presently surrounded by the public, it makes us an easier target because our movements will all be notable. And second, those who may not care about public perception, for example, those who are after those like myself and Argus. They seem to not care about public perception and therefore might well target us just by being in the open.
Those were the people that I was mostly concerned about. Well, I honestly do, I am excited about this. And I suppose I'm not used to being one of note, so I don't know how to respond, per se. But my instincts are to protect the people close to me. Everybody knowing our whereabouts on a more frequent level when we are actively being hunted already, could just be dangerous.
Were we in an environment with which I was intimately familiar, such as back in court, one of my ideal tactics, honestly, in this sort of situation, would be to find another group of individuals who could masquerade as us in a public presence while we disguise ourselves and continue to move secretly, thereby ensuring that any attempts on our persons would be targeted to individuals who are prepared for such things, allowing us to move silently. Unfortunately, I don't have any sort of contacts here or individuals to assist us in this, unless you do, Law. You're from here, are you not?
I can't say that I have a vast web of people that I have. You're kind of the first people that I met after I was created.
In my experience, I've noticed that a lot of times not having attention on yourself allows you to remain, well, besides anonymous, it doesn't restrict your ability to go places and do things. It makes it so it's easier to, if I want to go someplace, I don't have to worry about a crowd of people, or I don't have to worry about somebody trying to get in my way if I'm trying to get something done. It's a removal of an obstacle in my eyes.
Unfortunately, at this point, truly being anonymous is no longer possible. Too many people know our names and know our faces, and not all of us are capable of changing that.
And at least we don't have our names just plastered over our heads. That would be horrible.
As well as the level at which we've attained our mastery over our skills and abilities.
I'm sorry, this is another one of those Sylvan words, but I believe that is meta.
Well, I think at this point or juncture, it just seems to me illogical to be able to go against the nature of our being. I know some of us are more comfortable being down low, and some of us are very used to being in the public eye.
So, let me just...
What if I'm used to both?
I think either way it's difficult for any of us. So
Well, let me just put this up to everyone, because I know that I'm mainly the voice of dissent here. But I do see the value in trying to be subtle about things, and I, despite my proclivity, have the capability of being subtle. So if it is our intention to try and hide below the radar, as it were, as Law is so easily demonstrating, then I can definitely lean in that direction. I just want to know what we think is best for the group.
If I'm being honest, knowing that you guys are being targeted and just saying, here we are, and leaning into it, I feel like is counterproductive.
If we do lean into it, then it also means that we can be prepared for when they do choose to attack, and then we can just clean them up and not have to worry about them anymore. The problem with attempting to be subtle is that when you're working with other individuals who are not experienced with that particular line of action, it can cause things to be much worse than they might otherwise be.
That's a good point, in that while I'll try my best, if I move my hand up slightly and clang, 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 and also, you guys have seen me, I'm truly an awful liar. I'll likely forget my fake name and tell people my real name. So, that's probably something to be considered.
Okay, well, what do you guys propose then? If we're wanting to lean into this, how do we want to go about this?
if we want to lean into it, then the best thing we can do is to ensure that we are as public as possible. And perhaps, as I suggested, keep an eye out for people that we might come to be able to trust a bit, who might be able to masquerade as us when we want to go and do something else.
How are we gonna find people that we can trust if everything wants to kill us?
Well, there is one person I know on this island. And he does happen to be staying at this inn.
That guy that hates you?
Yes, that's the one.
Yeah, you didn't really give me warm.
But he
feelings,
works
like,
for
he
us,
helps
so.
us.
Oh God. Just hear a large sneeze coming from the west side of the building. Ugh, someone's talking about me again.
Here's the thing. He doesn't even need to find people to masquerade as us. I'm not entirely certain what his specialization is, but he's a bloody fae. He's got to have some sort of glamour magic or illusions. He could just illusion up a group of us walking through town, and, the day after we leave town, so nobody suspects.
And you expect him to do this?
Expect him to do as he's told.
I reiterate, you expect him to do this?
Well, he's here to act as liaison to ensure that August over here can complete his mission, and if August is dead, then 1, he can't complete his mission, and 2, the Queen will likely be rather displeased, since for some inexplicable reason, he's her favorite.
Is it the feathers? I bet it's the feathers.
He's rather keen with a lute as well.
I am. Also,
I share with his bits, too.
So, on the note of leaning into it, how do we suggest we do that? What comes to mind is throwing a party. Which,
I've never been to a party.
yeah,
I can show you the ropes.
I was gonna say, I feel as though Argus would plan an absolute soiree.
In fairness, there are only 2 things that you ever need to worry about in a party.
What's that?
Alcohol and music. As long as you have those 2 things, everybody will leave happy.
Admit.
And, when I'm here, all you need to worry about is the alcohol.
Tatanka just kind of looks around and says, well, I think I know where to find that.
Yeah, and we have gold.
We did get a rather large purse from that.
I'll go over to the barkeep. Zashnitz?
Zashi?
Zasheets, yes, I remember him, this bear. And ask if he has the supplies to cater to a party this evening.
He looks at you and he's like, well, he points to the shelves. He's like, my shelves are fully stocked. My kegs are full to the brim. Just tell me what you need.
Oh, so we're doing this? Is this what we're doing?
I'll look over and, I suppose.
Okay.
I
Well,
assumed that we would do this tomorrow after we all
Oh, yeah,
took
you're
a
right.
rest.
We're not I forgot.
Yeah, naps first, then party.
Good sir. We're looking to host a party in your inn tomorrow night. We will be paying for everybody's to just get utterly smashed. All to celebrate our fantastic achievements.
He looks at you, lets out a boisterous roar, and basically just tells you, nonsense. It will be my honor to host all of you here. Party at the hearth. He looks at the barkeep, looks at him, shakes his head, and he's like, I knew I should put in for vacation. It's gonna be a long night tomorrow. Starts
Okay.
saying,
Either way, Kestrel just smacks 200 gold on the counter in front of him. I want the strongest, nastiest brew that you can summon up. I want something that will put hair on everybody's chest and not just Tatonka's.
he looks, he's like, repeat, you said you wanted liquid death?
Yes,
I don't know what that is,
like
but
the
yes.
sound of that.
He pulls out a small piece of parchment and basically says, please sign this. It leaves us from all liability from the fact that you could potentially die of alcohol poisoning.
I sign it and say, maybe like 2 or 3 little bottles of red wine secreted off to the side. That would be lovely.
He nods his head. It's like, okay.
Excuse me. Can nobody be knackered, please? That's all I want.
That's why we're taking naps tonight. So we're not knackered tomorrow.
Tomorrow we can deal with the nap. All right.
No
Football.
knackered feeling.
Yes, lots of knackering tomorrow.
I just want to look at Laura and be like, I am so scared.
I wouldn't worry about it. I can't get drunk, so I'll watch after all of you.
That's comforting.
How much longer does it take? How long does this spell last for, by the way?
Oh, it's only a minute.
Okay. So
Oh,
I'm probably
so
back to my
you
normal
again?
size at this point.
Dang, I thought it was longer. I was
I think
as an
if
hour.
you cast it at a higher level, I think you can make it longer. but-
No.
I think
But
we need
who
sleep for
knows?
that. His focus is gone.
All right. Well,
Oh.
I will. I'm going to go off and shut down again, and I recommend if everybody else does the same. But do we really need to have a watch while we're doing this? Like, are we that worried?
Might not be a bad idea until we know the circumstances.
So you're saying we're all going to cram into one tiny little room?
No.
No, thank you.
What a
What
way
I'm
to
saying
start.
is, like, we'll have someone sitting out in the hallway on watch.
Yeah, I can
Oh.
stay up later and just sit in the
Well-
park for the time being.
If that's all, then I can just set up an alarm spell. There's nobody else staying on our floor, is there?
Zashi's
Is there?
like, no, Zashi's no. You guys have the floor to yourself at this point.
Then I am just going to set up an alarm spell to go off to wake me up if somebody comes into our hallway.
Okay. Oh, it's time to recycle a lot of NPCs.
This is going to be an interesting experience.
Oh, you're telling me. All
Certainly
right.
That popularity idea wasn't such a great idea.
Da, da, da. All right. Anything else you guys plan on doing while this is all going down for the day?
I did want to find the poor lost little lamb that we're going to be imposing on.
Oh, he was in the bar with you.
Oh, I figured you mentioned that he was getting a little antsy because he was being mentioned.
Just a
I like to imagine when I said, doesn't he hate you? He just turns around and looks over.
Where is it? No.
Aldous, join me for a moment.
Absolutely. Hello, William, old chap. How are things?
Hey, it's good to see you.
Oh no! I knew I heard voices. Excuse me. Yes, yes, my lady, my lord.
Here's the thing. Some things happened. Our names are sort of all over the place now, and oh, by the way, there's still the Fae Hunters rolling about.
He nods his
So
head.
you know how we have a mission to go and do amazing things. We kind of did that.
Yep, he nods his head.
Well, here's the thing. The more attention we attract, the harder it's going to be for us to continue doing those amazing things. So, what we need is a bit of a distraction at times. Nothing too hard, nothing too dangerous or anything. Just, when we're not around, perhaps you could sort of, I don't know, make yourself look like one or the other, or some or all of us, really, and just sort of stroll about town, or, kick up a fuss here or there, whatever, something, just so that people still think we're around.
He just spits out the ale that he was drinking. He spits out that's a capital offense! The Fae have certainly put in the rules that we're not supposed to look like any one of you.
Well, here's the thing. We're giving you permission to do it.
Yes, you're not deceiving us or just trying to pass yourself off as us for your own benefit. It's for the cause, mate.
That's what you wish, Sir Argus. I will do as command.
It is, I do. Bless your heart, chap.
Oh, no.
Oh, and as I said, do try to attract a little bit of attention here or there, ensure that people notice that we're around. Do things, grand things, sort of, Argusy things. Or,
Yes!
and I drop 50 gold in front of him.
It's like not burning anything down this time, right?
Not necessarily, but, you've got to live in the moment.
Do what needs doing. If something requires burning down, don't hold back. But,
Sometimes these things happen.
I'm just a guy who's processing claims. I don't know how to do any of this. I do the paperwork. He points to a stack of scrolls and parchments next to him.
Well, now you'll do the paperwork while looking like a rather brightly colored peacock.
I'm gonna slap him on the back. Look, my good man, nobody ever became great just from doing paperwork, filing claims, and filling out scrolls. You can do so much more. You are positively brilliant. Think about it. Think about how the lady will just bow down at your feet, after you've done this amazing work for me and at the next level for her. You will become this great, amazing thing for her and will only be rewarded even further.
I'm a persuasion check.
Yes, sir.
Does he get advantage because I'm helping?
No.
Or should I just be grateful that he's not getting disadvantage because of me?
Yeah, you can see that there's a fire lit up in his eyes like, one day I'll be the regional manager.
Think bigger.
Aim higher, my friend. Far higher.
I could be the assistant regional manager of the entire Fate Court.
Assistant to the regional manager.
What? Do you think that's too much? Should I just go back to district?
Savior of the world. How does that sound?
He kind of goes, huh?
That's a good lad. All right, you've got to do these. Pip. Pop.
You just see him start scribbling furiously into his paperwork, starts looking up, he starts looking up just different things here and there to try to make sure that he got his, disguise self spell and all in order. Oh, jeez. Anything else?
Hey, August. You don't think we just got him killed, do you?
Not yet, but possibly.
I mean, he has a sword or something, right?
Probably. I don't, but... He'll figure it out.
I mean, you can roll an investigation roll, or just to see if you spotted something on him that looks like a weapon.
Would, but I don't care.
All right, so off to bed.
All right. Anything else? All right. Yeah, you guys go and collect your long rest. Nothing happens throughout the whole duration of the evening.
Wonderful.
Fantastic.
Yep. And as you awaken the next morning, you just hear a whole bustling of noise. You hear Zashit commanding, droves of people downstairs to get ready for the festivities for the evening. No! I said we need more meat! That's barely gonna feed me! Cook just looks aghast, and you just hear the sounds of fervous cooking and just a plethora of people just putting together and trying to pick out, try to put together as many chairs and silverware and dining equipment all over the place. Yeah, and it's morning.
All right. So,
What do we do from here?
next step, we need to find subtle disguises for those of you who cannot change your faces. Really, mostly just a couple of cloaks and perhaps some extra baggy clothes, that sort of thing. Nothing major, nothing that would attract attention, just normal looking things that might hide some of your quirkier statures and massive amounts of armor.
Somebody say fat suit.
I did not.
Pretty sure.
But you're thinking outside the box, and we like that.
Alright, so is that where we're starting with this? If we're trying to, I guess, maintain low profile, should we all go?
We should all remain within eyesight of one another. However, breaking up into smaller groups might attract less attention. We were all listed together, so they're expecting a group of 6. But at the moment, keep in mind, we're not functioning low profile. Right now, I intend to go with August, and perhaps one more of you, to go stand in the middle of town and announce that there is a party here tonight in our honor for our successes. Meanwhile, the rest of you go get dark, subtle cloaks, not black, just dark. Dark brown, dark blue, dark green. They blend into the darkness a bit better. And they're less eye-catching, honestly.
They're really good at disguising people.
That's actually something I'm decent at.
Wonderful.
Fantastic. So you will go with the group going to go and purchase, again, subtle disguises.
What? Why me?
Because you just said that you were capable.
You're good at using disguise kits, that you would be ideal for handling.
I see what you said. Okay. Sorry, I misunderstood, but... Sorry.
Quite alright.
So who's going to be your, plus one?
Honestly, looking at all of you, the most conspicuous... why do you all stick out so much?
Have you seen yourself?
So much!
On that particular note, if anybody may have been paying attention as we're like walking through town and like we pass under like overhanging things and we go through shadows, you might make out what seems to be a like second, like very dim luminescent tail whenever we pass under shadows that Lunam has. But not when we're in bright light.
How is the Foxman somehow more conspicuous than the man literally made of metal being followed by a dog also literally made of metal?
I don't know, but I passed my hand through it, and I can't touch it. And I'm like, but it's not bad.
All right.
I have
So,
a suggestion. I have an idea.
all right.
For the time being, let me send out Tatanka with you guys. Because of the group, I would feel like she's one of the more renowned.
That's fair.
Good
And
point.
I can use my talents to try to pick her up something more.
Honestly, I would say go by yourself, but I don't think it's wise for any of us to be alone.
No.
I'll join him.
And I can't leave Argus. Out of everybody here, I kind of suspect I'm rather the least notable, and I can't leave him alone.
Just out of the earshot of your, just out of earshot, you just see a large flash outside, and there's a freak thunderstorm that just appeared, and it's pouring outside, kind of like almost monsoon-like.
Oh, good.
Fantastic. Alright, so, before it gets worse, Belzak, go, take Lunam, go and purchase what needs to be purchased.
Who
So
all am I
Lore-
getting stuff for?
Should Lore stay here, so he doesn't, like, rust?
That's a good question. Do you rust?
Huh.
It sounds like a yes. Does anyone have an oil can?
I don't even have a brain.
I was gonna make that joke.
And I lack courage, but it's all okay.
Am I a dog now?
Lore?
So, does that mean that Lunam just wants to go home?
Yeah, the red shoes work real well with my plate armor.
Alright, anyway. So, who all am I picking up disguises for?
I would like mine to be green, please.
I like green.
So
And
do
also
I.
the Boxman and the Metal Man.
So, Foxman, Metalman, Tatanka, did you guys want something just in case?
It's always to have more than to have less. So, yes. Besides, you never know when something might happen and we just can't use our magic or we're too exhausted.
Okay.
I suppose that's fair.
So, shall we handle business?
Sure. Alright, so my understanding is that you guys are splitting up and have to gain disguises.
As far as I know, we're still going to be within relative distance to each other, but not, overtly.
Okay.
Right, we can still see each other.
Okay. And seeing the weather outside, are you guys going to be wearing cloaks and stuff to help cover, or are you just going to just take it like a champ and just get poured on?
I'm getting rained on.
Me too.
Same.
Okay.
I don't think I have.
I want to find
Two?
the biggest group of people we get.
Oh, good luck at monsoon weather.
Better than nothing.
Yep.
We're right?
Yeah, you're in Platea. It's down by right where the docks are in.
Down by the bay.
Down by the bay.
No, why did you do that? Also, shout out, thanks, B-Kid, for that weather. You're a champ.
Pig wearing a wig.
Oh, man. Alright, so to Platea then.
So, down by just the fountain is the most,
Yeah.
like, centralized thing. Where are there a bunch of, like, people? I know it's raining, but...
Yeah, most people are kind of hanging out by the tent stalls and kind of trying to get out of the weather. I mean, the storm just kind of came out of nowhere and just started, pounding. You just see people kind of huddle up against the start of the, kind of near anywhere that there's a roof, near stalls or near any types of business shops. So people are just kind of huddled next to her, just hoping that the freak storm will pass.
For the record, I'll have us kind of stand back a little bit as they try to draw attention. Like, let them go out first and kind of make sure.
Yep, you guys can set your guys' self up. You guys all on the Platea map and with your characters in the middle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we just not walking around with useful?
Where did I put useful? Let me just grab it.
Doesn't seem very useful right now.
Oh, that's my fault. I don't think I didn't have useful on this map to begin with, so there we go.
So, how many people are, like, in this area?
So, in the general fountain area, there's a lot of people just kind of holding on to their cloaks and they're just rushing by. Compared to the last time that you were here, there's probably about a third of the people, and most of them are just trying to find some sort of shelter.
So, like, 10, 15, like 50, 100?
Normally on a busy day, there'd be about 100 people here. There's about roughly 25 to 30 just kind of running about, trying to find shelter from the monsoon.
Okay. I'm gonna put a new spin on things.
Uh-oh.
You ready?
Don't know.
Kestrel?
Let's do it.
Alright. I am going to cast Enlarge on myself.
Okay.
And just pull out my lute and just start playing. And can you pull out the paper with our names on it?
The people with our names on it?
Yeah, the thing the leaderboard.
The leaderboard card that we got.
Alright, I pull that out.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I may have your attention, please. If you would draw your attention to your leaderboard cards you have for the contest that's going on, you'll notice at the top of it, there is a name. That name is August the Resplendent. That is me. I am here to announce that in celebration of us having found the first key for the tournament, we are going to be having a celebration at the Hearth Inn tonight. It is all expenses paid by us. Come celebrate, and you will see what victory looks like. You will taste it. Entertainment will also be provided.
We have sparks and puffs of colored smoke with prestidigitation behind him.
Okay, go ahead and roll me performance with advantage there, Argus.
Excellent. Don't tell me to do that. It's a 28.
And let me see. And as soon as you finish your grand thing, the skies open up and the light shines down on the fountain area, and sure enough, monsoon breaks and people just kind of go, wow.
My performance is so great, I broke the weather.
who were not like there during his announcement run by, I start using message to whisper at them. Come to the Hall Thin tonight. Party hosted in honor of August the Resplendent and his recent victory.
Okay.
Well, my dears, if there was ever anybody who had a target painted on them, you know that person is me, so...
Yeah, you just start people who got the message and pay attention, a huge cheer, and, people are starting to go back home, not to escape the weather, but to, start putting on garbs and getting themselves ready for a party.
Alright. That's all I got.
Okay.
Alright.
I'm just gonna walk over. Is this the fountain thing, right?
Yeah, fountain's in the middle.
So I can stand on it?
Oh, you mean one of the just outdoor tables?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm just gonna stand in the middle of it and let loose a bunch of battle cries. That's it.
Just start fucking yelling.
Exactly. Just pay attention any way you can.
I will, alter my playing to try and, sound in tune with her battle cry.
I love it.
All right, roll performance.
Excellent.
Oh, good God.
It's only a 16.
I mean, it's good enough to...
Drink.
It's good enough to kind of sound like that, Thrasher. I mean, some people are into it, and some people are like, what the hell's that?
Hey, at least they're looking.
Yeah.
Yeah. No such thing as bad publicity.
And I continue my message spamming, but I add in the name August and Tatanka the Conqueror.
Tatanka the Conqueror. Love it.
Yeah, okay.
And then I hop down because I'm really uncomfortable.
Oh. Alright, what's the other half of the group doing as this spectacle's going on?
Well, I moved us up, just kind of heading behind a tree for the time being. But I'm assuming... Is it right here? No, this is the... Basically, I'm wanting to go to some sort of seamstress or, clothing shop to try and find stuff.
Yeah.
I'll probably ask Argus because I would think that it's... Or not Argus, Lore, because I would figure he would be somewhat knowledgeable about what's here.
Did I not put a seamstress anywhere in this? Oh, right here. So, yeah, it's over on the far end. It's east of the fountain, essentially. There's a...
I see. It's just kind of sticking out from inside.
Yeah.
Alright, so while they're doing their spectacle, we would just kind of mosey around the backside. Still trying to keep an eye on them, but also just maintaining a low profile and trying not to be too attentive. I guess that was... Yeah, that'll
Sure.
work. And we will talk to Rogue 8.
Yeah, just the random. God, what am I even looking at here? I'm trying to pull up the name of a... The hell kind of name was that? Really? That was a brand? I guess we'll go with that. I guess that's 90s enough. Welcome to Genco Fashion Brand, where we have the most comfortable of garments. How can I help you?
Oh, I gotta go for that now. Yes, sir. I'm in need of some varied garments for a group of people. First off, the people that you see here, I would like something to just kind of like make us stand out less. I feel like we're all very unique, and we'd like to be a little more casual. Specifically, I would also like a doggy coat for our friend here.
He looks you up and down. It's like, okay. He pulls out, some trousers that look like they fit at the waist at least, but man, do they feel baggy. They kind of almost seem like it's a skirt that kind of got divided in half for pants legs, along with some baggy, pretty much baggy looking tops and stuff along with it. In terms of the dog, he's got like, this nice little form-fitting thing that can kind of meld on top of him.
Oh, for useful. I thought you meant for me.
Oh no!
Sorry.
Thank you. I needed that. Yes. I like these. I'll have another. And
Yep.
then, for my friend here, I feel like I'm as I kind of like sidestep a little bit to reveal lore. For him, I'm assuming something like cloak based would probably do well.
Yeah, he pulls out just a cloak that it looks like at least on the shoulders it'll sit nicely, but the rest of it looks like it just definitely conceals and covers him like a standard cloak.
Do you also happen to have hats of sorts? Some sort of like modern-esque hat? Wide brimmed, like all the way around. Cowboy hat, maybe?
Oh, a traveler's brimmed hat, yes. Got a few of those. He just points to a rack on top, and, they go out about the standard, about a good solid 8 inches out in all directions. Very weather. He's like, this is very nice material. It's very, very easy to clean and very well sturdy enough to make sure that water bounces off and moves to the side, though.
I like it. I'm gonna pick up one. I don't know, what color is the cloak that you got, Lore?
He just pulls out just a kind of a washed blue. Like it's not exactly a dark color, but kind of just enough to pass by. Kind of like the midday sky, kind of like that light blue.
I will try to grab kind of a darker blue hat to go with it, just out of it. And, Lunam, what would you like? I don't really want to try and, like, assume too much for you. I really want you to like this.
Anything simple, really. Covers my head. The ears are a little identifiable, so something with a hood, blue. That's about it, really.
Would you like a hoodie?
Yeah, take a hood with my cloak.
The seamstress here basically pulls out, a garb that, just pulls over the top of you, but has a hood to the back. It's quite comfortable with a lot of spacious room and can easily fit over your armor. And it's got some strings to help close the and help conceal your face a little bit. It's like, this is my newest one, as your friend called it. We dubbed this the hoodie.
I like it.
And he even points out, and look, there's pockets in the front as well.
How useful.
Would you also like a pair of these spacious pants, skirts thingy?
I think I'm okay with my current pants.
And do you happen to have anything for Birdman, for lack of a better word? It's a friend of mine. He's an Arakocra.
Oh, Aarakocras. See, the problem with an Aarakocra is that we can never figure out how to get the feathers going a little bit. So the best we can offer you is he basically pulls out just another hoodie, but essentially it has a little bit more of a cutout on the back end, so that way someone with tail or with sword tail can easily just kind of put over. It's like a slit. It's just like a slit that kind of fits around the tailbone area. Something like this.
Like a cloak, but with a slit on the back of it so that it drapes over the tail, or kind of over the tail feathers?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Alright, I like it. Can we also get one more cloak for a shorter figured elf that is... Who said I was talking about you? A shorter figured elf that, I would say is pretty good at being hidden anyway, but something that's not going to stand out, but is still kind of current.
Yeah, he pulls out just, he's like, oh, you just want something dwarf size? He just points to the section of his sales rack and just shows you stuff in dwarf.
Dwarf?
Or sorry, elves. Sorry, he basically has small, medium, large. He's got everything you need for a small, medium, large character easily. So.
Okay, well, I will pick up generic stuff for Kestrel, and for Tatanka, I feel like probably a kind of a more of a brownish black, earthy toned looking cloak would work for a dwarf. About yay high, and I'd hold my hands up about mid chest.
Okay. Yeah, he's got everything you need to outfit the party, so.
Okay, yeah, I want that. And then I'm going to go up and whisper in his ear, and it's like, do you happen to have a crest for a bird? Kind of like a chicken.
He looks at you and he's like, a chicken? Don't you want something cool? Like, he points to like some crests like dragons and wolves and skulls, and it's like, don't you want something, I don't know, with a little bit more impact?
And I oath.
He's like, it's like, all right. He shows you just a chicken one too. He's like, I don't know why we have different animals, but very rarely do we get the chicken.
Yes, I want one chicken and one dragon. I think fits nicely.
Yeah, he pulls out the patches. Like you might want to. It's like we could put this on for you here, or if you like to, you can take it home and try it. There is a surcharge for us putting the emblems on clothing.
You know what I mean when I say a crest, right?
Are you talking about something that just? You're talking about just like a
bird's crest, the thing on their head,
right?
Because I feel like we're not on the same page.
Right. You're talking about the crest of the bird head, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like
not like a crest that you wear on your chest.
Oh, right. Sorry. I thought you were wanting that as a pattern, not the actual. Okay.
No, like the red thing on a chicken's head is a crest.
Waddle.
Yeah, the waddle.
Is it a waddle? I thought it was a crest.
Waddle.
Yeah,
Well, anyway, that's what I'm wanting, the thing for the head.
Yeah. He's like, I could perhaps make you one of those out of some red fabric, but...
Yes, please do.
Oh, I'm sorry. Technically, it's called the cone. The waddle is the part underneath.
Oh, right. Okay, so yeah, he can make you one of those things out of just some red fabric, essentially, if you wanted that color or something different. But yeah, he can make you one of those.
Yes, one of those, and then... What's a flashy bird that has something similar?
He looks, he's like...
I mean...
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, never mind.
Oh, okay. He kind of looks at you and he's like, "Do you consider the chicken flashy?"
Oh, no. Separate things.
He just shakes his head. It's like, Outlanders, so weird.
Yes.
He basically points out, it's like, well, he's like, well, like, what are you looking for? I'm not understanding what you mean by flashy. I mean, your entire taste has completely come off as off.
I'm wanting casual for everybody, but this is kind of a side gift. These are not all tied together. So, this separate hat that I would like. Hats. Want one that's a chicken, and then I was trying to think of another one, but let's just go with the chicken thing, make it simple. My brain's not functioning.
Indeed. Yes, he gets right to work. You see him just kind of take some shears and kind of makes a nice little thing. He's like, "Do you want this attached to anything in particular?"
A hoodie.
Okay. Yeah, he just puts on a hoodie, and it's like, there you go. Now your hood now has the piece of the chicken that you wanted on top of it.
All right, thank you, sir. And what do I owe you?
He's like, for all that, he's like, standard 10 gold.
I'll go ahead and give him 20.
Yep. All right.
All right, and yeah, at this point, where are they at? Are they still?
Yeah, they're done with their performance. So.
Oh, they're done. Okay.
Yep.
Well, for the time being, I will just kind of meander back, but carefully.
Okay.
Just kind of try, not necessarily maintain shadow, but like, just try not to be super obvious for the time being.
Okay.
And I'm assuming they're watching for us, so I'm just going to kind of be quiet and work in a pattern back.
Anything else from the performance trio?
I would like to find a vendor who can sell me a musical instrument.
Musical instrument. Do I have anything remotely close to that on this map? Money changer. You know what? Let's go ahead and visit our good friend Nasir, because I have a feeling that one of his tents probably has something along the lines you're looking for. So.
Nasir, okay.
Yep, moving the bird to bird. Oops, delete those duplicates. Pew. All right. As you guys approach his tents, you can tell that, one of them has been completely overrun, and they're basically signing people. You can see a sign-up sheet for people who are descending into the sewers, essentially, and Nasir's just kind of counting some coins. It's like, I knew I should have... It's a good thing I charged for that entrance fee. Very profitable.
That sounds amazing, lad. I don't know if you remember me, but I had purchased a vegetable slicer from you quite a while ago. Don't tell anybody, but it was actually one of the things that was key to finding the clue down there.
He's like, huh? What? Oh, my favorite customer. How's the vegetable slicer?
It is amazing, and we're using it even more now before than we were when we used it to help solve the riddle of the clue down there. But anyway, I digress. I was wondering, you seem to be a chap who has their hands on a lot of different things. I was looking to purchase a musical instrument. I was just looking for a simple flute. If you have something of that nature.
Well, of course I have lutes. Well, what material? Mahogany, yew, bone.
Don't have anything made of metal.
Ah, indeed. He folds over. It's like, we have everything you need, from it being of aluminum, bronze, alloy. This one's made out of a nice steel composite. Very durable.
Okay. All right. Well, I would like something... I've been playing my lute for quite a while, and just having something, just shaking it up, having like a woodwind, it would be Wonderful. Something with more of a metallic sound would be great. Yeah, I suppose that I just want something silvery, something that looks silvery. Would be good for me.
Ah, I get it. Yes. He brings over to you something about the size. He brings you basically a flute, and he's like, "This one we've got from Nerdy's archives, and we're able to replicate it. It's very, very practical, very soundful. It can make very high pitch and low sounding pitches of music. Very soothing."
Wonderful. Sounds perfect. I will take it.
Excellent. That'll be 3 gold.
3 gold. Okay. Fair enough. Fine. 3 gold.
Excellent. Okay. Anything else for our good wares fellow here?
Not for me.
I'd like to buy a couple rings.
Rings?
Isn't
Yeah.
he with the other group?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, you guys could slowly pass each other by and stuff.
I just have some subtle shopping I need to do. If I could buy some rings, that's all I'm looking for.
Yeah, he can sell you whatever you need if you're not looking at anything particular. What are you looking for?
Literally just like rings, like gold bands or something like that. Like,
Yeah, he has everything from basic jewelry out there. You know, you see copper, silver, and gold, and some set with jewels, some aren't. He basically just tell you, yes, come my friend, spend your money here, know that you buy quality.
yeah, should I just look it up in the book? Like, does it have like basic rings in here somewhere?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find right now. Let's see. Should be in traveler's equipment, right?
Is everyone in this party a spellcaster except for Tatanka?
In some way, yes, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's just wealth in general, lodging, trinkets. No, guess not. Maybe it's under wealth.
I'm sorry, I'm not trying to hold anything up. This is like such a minor thing.
No, it's fine. I'm curious as to what this would cost too. That way I can get you.
I also have a super quick thing.
Sure. It might be in the DMG, not in the player's manual.
What were you looking for?
Just a silver, copper, silver, gold ring.
And they don't even have jewelry in here.
133, maybe? Treasure. So it says here that a gold ring set with bloodstones is 250, so I would think that would end up being a lot cheaper without the... Yeah, small gold bracelet is 25 gold piece, so if you're looking for a ring, I'd probably say that probably about...
There's a signet ring in the player's handbook for 5 gold pieces.
Yeah, I was just thinking that. It's like, so usually it would be 5, but... it'd be 5, but since you're in such a large town, the fact that that's such a common item, he'll sell you for 3 for each gold ring.
Sure, let me pick up 4 of those, please.
Sure, yeah, go ahead and grab those. So yeah, he'll sell them to you at 16.
Okay.
And then Loom, you said you had a question?
Yeah, I'd like to ask this person if there's anybody who works with magical items, because I'm trying to get the iconography that I had on my previous armor put on this.
Ah, you're looking for some sort of smith that works with enchantments. I think Hanmat can handle that. Do you know of her?
Yes, we do. We've worked with her before. She's fantastic.
Yes, I would seek her out. She's good company. Tell her Nasir's offer still stands.
Sure, yeah.
Man, if Lore knew this was happening, he'd be so sad.
And I'll just ask how much it is, and then more specifically, how much it is to get it done by tomorrow.
She basically tells you, it's like, so what type of enchant are you looking to get?
Oh, I don't want an enchant or anything. It's purely cosmetic. I just want the same.
Oh, the cosmetic look?
Yeah, the same symbolism that I had on my previous armor.
Oh, she says that if it's just something like that, a rush order probably would only cost you 10 gold just to get it done overnight.
Cool. I will give her 10 gold.
All right.
That is it for me.
Sweet. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. I guess it's time for the party then. Let's see here. Do I have any other NPCs that I can draw on? Oh, yeah. Let's grab these guys. NPCs everywhere. Did I already grab those two?
Oh, actually, can I real quick try to find somebody from IEI? Or ask Belzak if he knows where the budget supervillain we were talking to might be found.
I don't know of where the one in here is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was hoping to invite her to the party, because nothing makes me happier than her looking down on us and us having the literal one thing that she wants.
Oh, God.
That's all.
I said to attract attention, not to intentionally antagonize the enemy.
You've gotta... That's fair. Never mind.
That's why to be knackered is to kick Belzak in the balls. Do you think that anybody wants to do that to your enemy? No, because then they're going to come at you with an axe.
True.
Alright, so nothing else, we'll just head to the party then, huh? Alright, we are at the party. Oh, right, I should probably do said thing.
I've never been to a party as a guest.
Technically, you're not a guest, you're a host.
I've just never been to a party before.
Well,
Stick with me.
first
People
for all of us.
lived!
Stick with me.
Everyone around me was dead. There wasn't really anything to party about.
That's...
Mine is far less sad.
Jeez.
Well, now I feel like an asshole.
Oh. All right. So as the sun sets, and you get ready to party, you still hear Zanshi yelling at the poor cooks, telling them, "We need more pizza! I demand more pizza!" He's like, "Oh,
Is this that
Arnold."
special pizza?
He's like, "Bring me the pizzas." So he places, 5 of them down. You've got your, he points out that one has 4 cheeses, one has, just peppers, mushrooms, and some spinach on it. You've got one that's a meat lovers essentially, and and he's, a supreme pizza and just your standard pepper. And he's like, "Here, enjoy."
Did you have vegetarian options for Belzak and myself? Not Belzak. The bird. Argus.
Wow.
Yes, not so much with the
Yeah.
with the poultry, apparently. There's a word for it here. It's disgusting.
I think the word you're looking for is foul.
I think the word you're
Ah!
looking for is lunch.
So yeah, he's got a he said that he has one that just has spinach and bell pepper and mushrooms on it.
Hell yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah, and as you guys partake in food, you see people coming in. Everyone that you've practically met in town is in here. From Hanma and her son Korin to the Dragonborn from the Order of the Emperor's Shield. You've got Nasir in here and the folks from Ayai, the pirate, even the druids that Lunam had met earlier on. Like everyone you've met.
I want to get drunk with these druids.
Hell yeah. Well, everyone, welcome to the party. Please leave your responsibilities and your inhibitions at the door and be ready for the night of your life.
And you hear just a large cheer from the crowd. Yeah! The Supreme Six! Yeah! Someone's like, that's not what they're called!
I don't know, that one's kind of better.
What was their name before? I remember not being pleased with it.
NWO, but I don't remember what it was. Like Nerdy's something.
I think it was Nerdy's World Order or something.
Yeah, that's what it was.
I'm better with the Supreme Six.
Oh, man. So
They can just call us the Sixers for short. Oh wait, there's that word again.
Yes, but
Meta.
it fits far better on us.
So, what goes on at these party things? People are just gonna do drinking and talk at you?
Yes, they're going to imbibe of the alcohol and do the talking at one another.
Yeah, Lunam's gonna do that freshman first frat party thing where he does not know how to drink but drinks a whole lot.
God.
Oh, wow. Alright, Lore. What you want to do here is, you know how you, got super, for lack of a better term, into it when we had the whole arena thing? And you, started announcing and, just being loud and boisterous? It's kind of like that.
Oh.
Be like me.
Yeah, this is free reign to be like Argus, but yourself. And less Argusy.
What's the purpose of this? What will this fulfill? How does this get us closer to our agenda goals?
This is about retaining a zest for life.
It's about basically celebrating us and leaning into what we are at this point.
Alright, here's how this works. We attract all the attention now from all of these friendly partygoers. We make ourselves a public spectacle so that everybody is paying attention to us. That way, should something happen to us, then it will become readily obvious. We have made ourselves a public spectacle, and should something happen to us and we suddenly, say, vanish, there might be something of a public uproar. It sort of provides us a form of protection. Meanwhile, when we actually want to go and do something, we simply disappear, take on other names, and just wander off out of town using our fancy new disguises.
It's called soft power. It's amazing. It does a lot of things for you. Now, come on, Kestrel, we've got work to do. And I just grab her by the hand and then start dancing off. And I start playing my lute and dancing in circles around the tables, trying to get as many people into it as I can.
So, this, booze that we got, what is it?
So it's basically it's a triple distilled brandy that is very black in color. It comes from the fact that they used a very strong crossbred sugar cane that, when distilled, creates a very potent alcohol flavor, but it's also very pleasant. So you at least get to taste something nice before you succumb to the alcoholic effects.
I should have planned this out better. Damn. Well, I guess we've already kind of started the party, but like, I want to go up to the bartender and I want to very quietly order some extremely dark, heavily steeped tea, cold tea.
Oh yeah, he's like, yeah. You have this.
Just fill it in this flask for me, and I hand him like my water flask.
Yeah, he just fills it up. He's like, enjoy the swamp blend, as we call it.
Perfect, thank you. And I will scoop up like an empty glass that like one of the alcohol glasses, fill it with the tea, and use prestidigitation to make it look and smell or to taste and smell like the booze that everyone else is drinking.
Oh, okay.
And go and join August on our mission to go and incite some fun.
I'm already about 2 tankards into inciting fun, thank you.
Lunum is
We were
adapting
counting.
Lunum is adapting very strangely to attention, and everybody that talks to him, he insists on having a drink with.
All right. Let's see here. How am I gonna do this? Oh, let's see. I need to bring all these characters to be visible to players. Alright, you guys should be able to see practically everyone in the bar that were NPCs that you've encountered before, so.
Oh, this is a really empty bar.
Well, I didn't have a whole lot of NPCs to draw on from Platea. I kept it kind of bare
Fair.
bones. But these are pretty much
Fair
all the
enough.
major ones that you've interacted with at some point.
I imagine that there are other crowds in between them.
Yeah. What you see here is probably about, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's probably about 10 times the amount of people in here, but those are the key ones that have assisted you at some point, or you've interacted with at some point so far.
Alright, okay.
Oh, we've got the budget supervillain in here.
Yep.
I'm gonna go get her a drink.
Okay, Sal, Lore has a plan.
Okay, what's Lore's plan?
All right. I'm going to go. There are 4 tables in here. Can I interact with these tables in any way? Can I mark them somehow?
Yeah, let me look here. Let me select, no, I need background. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change that to a token, and, oops, not that though, I don't want that. So, you should be able to interact with said table now.
Well, I'll put something on there, like a token or something to mark it.
Yep,
Is there a way to do that?
Yeah, if we just did state, and then we just did... like that or something, or do you want something in the corner? If you right click on it, you have different I
keep touching the table.
oh, you can't right click on the table?
I'm trying to not move the table.
Okay.
I want to put like a token or something on. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go around to 4 tables. We're going to go clockwise, so the top right corner here. So this one right here, like in the top right, 1, and then 2 tables down. We're going to do clockwise around those 4 tables. I'm going to use my magical infusion spell on the table, and each table is going to have a different color on it, and it's going to have a message on there. And one is going to say, scrawled upon it, like the first one's going to say level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4, going clockwise around the room.
Wait, so if you hit space, you can kind of give me an arrow cursor. I'm having a hard time understanding which tables at this point.
Okay, did you see where I put these things?
Okay, so
Yeah, this is great. I'm taking your beverages from you. Or whatever these are. These wooden bowls.
Out of my cold, dead hands.
There we go.
Okay, give me one
So you see the order that I did it in?
So
One.
Like one in each corner.
So
basically.
1 here,
Okay.
2 here, 3 here, 4 here.
Okay.
So I'm using my magical infusion to make them glow different colors. Let's say, it's not really, it doesn't matter too much, but like red, blue, purple, and green.
Okay, let's make that one red. So red, blue. Is that purple and green?
Yes.
What am I trying to do? Light source, that's right. Let's do this one because I think that was purple and green. There you go, like that.
Yeah. So there's level, and it's going to have a message. It's scrawled in like fancy letters. It says level 1, level 2, level 3, level 4.
Okay.
And on the first table, there's going to be a message that says, "This is Lord Drinking Contest. If you accomplish all 4 levels, which means drinking a full beverage served at each table, you will receive a prize."
Oh God. Okay.
Then I'm going to go up to the bartender and I go, "Hey bartender, I need 4 of your I need 4 escalating drinks at each one of these tables. So like the potency of each drink. So like low level, like so basically what gets the green, I want it to be like the ass kicker beverage, whatever that thing was called."
Yeah, he looks at you and he goes. He goes. Do you want them to succeed, or I'm trying to figure out? Are you trying to make them pass out by the end, or just enough to have them have trouble just walking out the door?
I'm just trying to keep people entertained.
Okay, so just stumbling out the door. Gotcha. So he sets up. He goes and tells the poor barkeep. He essentially just tells the barkeep, "You heard the man. Take care of it, Nomi." He goes, sighs, and he goes, and you just see him just kind of go from one table to the other, setting up drinks.
Perfect.
All right, seeing this, I'm going to run out and yell at everybody. There's been a challenge issued. We have lots of booze. If you can make it to the end, we've got a little treat for you. I'm going to start this show, and I'm just going to start, running a conga line, basically, and just start going in a line around each table and just follow all the way around.
All right, so let's start at the first table then. Oops. He's like, Balsar's like, "I heard that it was a challenge here. I accept."
I like it, and I'm just gonna grab a drink off the table, chug it,
All right.
kind of keep dancing and going down.
Roll me a con save.
Constitution, don't fail me now. I haven't even started yet.
After I set that up, Sal, by the way, Lore goes
13.
Lore goes to his room and grabs a bunch of scrap metal
Okay.
and then sits in a corner and just starts making knickknacks.
Okay.
I
Sounds
just
good.
start making little, basically my manually made infusions. They're not all going to be magical because I already used my 4 magical doohickey things, but yeah. So I'm literally making things. I'm making party favors for people for some reason.
Okay. That sounds good.
All right. That was my plan. Sorry if that took up the time, but that was my elaborate plan to be involved in this party, as I am an antisocial person.
No, you're good. That was actually a pretty good idea. All right, so
Yeah, no, that was good. I was not expecting that from Lore.
You've got to pace yourself, people. Be ready. We're going for a long time tonight.
So,
So is the goal of drinking not to just do as much as possible as quickly as possible?
Good God, man! How many of you had?
So I mean, like, just out of curiosity, how many Kestrel do you see right now? And I cast mirror image.
Oh God.
More than I should, but I would like to dance with one of you, I suppose.
Absolutely.
You can dance with all of them.
I grab his hand and just start like swinging him around, very obviously taking the lead.
Okay, good, because Lunam is a very bad dancer.
And I'm just like dancing around them.
It's all right because I
Playing.
am excellent.
And there are 4 of you.
Oh
Only
God.
4? Are you certain?
So I have a question.
Okay.
The mechanical question that I whispered you earlier in the week. Do you have an answer? Because it's somehow already coming up.
Okay.
I am going to, while we're dancing, I'm going to channel divinity. You guys, I guess, can have your temporary hit points if you want.
Excellent.
But there's like dim light around Lunam, and you see my like spectral tail. And what happens next is that both of my tails start to like go in opposite directions, well, like wagging almost. And I start to just float a little bit as we're dancing. And I don't know how heavy Kestrel is, or if I could lift her.
Oh,
But
I'm probably. I think she weighs like 90 pounds.
okay, cool. Well, we're flying around the room now.
Yeah, she's 94 pounds. She's 5 feet tall, flat.
I somehow think that I caused this and am like gleefully like dancing around playing a higher energy tune.
Yes, and if you look, you can tell that the 2 flapping tails are doing nothing to help this flight whatsoever. It's just
Right.
belief.
Well, I'm flying around you guys, like just like darting in and out in between, and
Amazing.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, the room just kind of just goes and on. They're like, oh. We haven't heard from Preevy. What's she up to?
Yeah, she's just chilling over here with like 4 or 5 beer bottles around her, petting this dog and talking to Hanma about business.
Hanma's like, yes, my dear, what can I help you with?
Am I making you a lot of money?
She smiles as she gulps down the whole heft. Well, yes. Business is booming thanks to your leaderboard, Surge. I have more work than I can do, except for your work, of course.
So maybe we could make a deal, since my armor got destroyed.
How unfortunate. How did that happen?
You'd have to ask Nerdy. I'm not allowed to talk about it.
She widens her eyes. She's like, oh, well, I see. It's no fluke that you're on the leaderboard, my dear.
So we could work something out.
She nods her head. She's like, indeed. What do you need?
Anything you'll give me that will protect me at all.
She's like, swing by in the morning. I'm sure we can find something that will fit you.
Okay. Morning might be a loose term here, but we'll swing by at some point.
Indeed, let's make it the afternoon, dear. I think you're right about that one. This one might last a while.
Alright, well I'm gonna go join the other hooligans. And then I just kind of skip over here and try and join the drinking party.
Okay, yeah, same thing with you. Go ahead and roll a con saving throw.
Nat 1, so that's an 8.
Yeah, it went down the wrong pipe a little bit, but that's about all that's bad. I mean, this was just a starter drink, so it's just got a bit of twinge and you're just coughing. You got a little bit too excited about drinking into this contest.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna try not to die.
Fair enough.
that one though.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, how unfortunate.
All right. So, I think everyone's
Well,
happy.
I'm impressed by Lunum. I've never seen you been able to do anything like that before. How is the lyre coming along for you?
Oh, very, very poorly. Oh, by the way, about a minute after we started dancing, we just fall. Because I was not paying attention to how long Channel Divinity lasts.
Oh, it's a minute.
Yeah, exactly. So we just fall.
How high in the air were we?
I wasn't going like to the ceiling, but I was kind of just vibing, honestly. So like probably some fall damage, but I would have done my best to catch you for what it's worth.
Oh.
I just imagining Argus just like soaring around you, like still playing and just laughing. Not at you, but just in general.
Of course.
Well,
I'll pull out my
If
lyre.
you caught me, she gives you a kiss on the cheek.
Oh. Lennon blushes very heavily. And goes very quickly to this lyre conversation.
Well, why don't you? I see that you've had a chance to get your courage up a little bit. Why don't you accompany me and we'll give a show for these people.
Fuck it, people have heard bad music before, okay?
Drunk Lunum is my favorite Lunum.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Trust me, that's not what they're going to hear tonight. So come on, let's go. Do this.
If I see Argus doing this, I am going to start preparing. I'm going to start walking around the outer rim of the room and using prestidigitation to just put out all of the lights, like in a very fast, like, circle.
Okay.
Turn the room just completely dark.
Oh, all right.
All right.
And then I misty step behind him, and prestidigitation sparks and like little flashy colored smoke behind him.
And as I'll let Lunum start with the music, and then I will start playing to complement whatever nonsense he is doing, in order to gussy it up and make it sound good. And while it's doing that, I'm also going to cast Dancing Lights to just kind of my green and silver swirls just kind of going around the both of us as we start playing in concert.
Okay.
Okay, well, before he starts, Ludum is going to wave awkwardly to everybody and turn around, put his hood up, and people will see him like get a couple inches taller, and then they just hear a howl as I shift and turn back around dramatically.
Alrighty, people are like, ooh.
And let's just go for it, I guess.
Yeah.
Do it.
Roll my performance.
Does he get advantage because we're all doing stuff?
What?
Damn.
17,
No.
really good for me.
Yeah.
Natural 19.
That's almost the best I can do.
Yeah, you've taken all the lessons that Argus has given you, and you put them to use there. Argus, you can roll with advantage, seeing how he's given you a lot to work with.
Let's see what we got. 24.
Oh yeah, you guys are just killing it with whatever rendition of what song that Lunan's playing. Everyone's just like, you hear people thumping on the table and on the ground and clapping along, and they're having a jolly good old time.
I am going to cast Disguise Self. I'm going to continue looking exactly like myself, but I'm going to be wearing like a long, flowing sort of like dressy robe, I pull out my 2 swords and green flame blade on both of them just for color, and I'm going to start sword dancing around them.
And she's got the green flame blade, and I've got the dancing lights, but those are the only lights in the place.
Yes.
All right, go ahead and give me a performance with advantage since they give you a good beat to dance with.
I was going to say I get it anyway because I am blade singing.
Oh, that's true.
Let me find it. Oh, it's only 15.
yeah, but people are still into it. They're like, they're cheering you on and they're getting along. So yeah, you guys did good.
I'll cast Spirit Guardians. Why not? We'll just throw out some.
Jeez, mighty Christmas.
Nobody's gonna attack. They're not gonna be attacked, of course, except maybe one time, Mirren. But
Dog.
there's just woodland creatures flying around, kissing people on the cheek, making sure they have a good time. And out of everyone, Lunum is for sure the most surprised that this is going well.
Yeah, you guys end up making 250 gold just by people just chucking gold at you.
I'm throwing it back. Fuck.
Hey, I got back all of the money I spent on this party. Is that total or each?
Oh, total.
Okay.
I'll let you handle that. I'm not worried about it.
Well, we'll split it then. 125 to take 125. Argus would just give me his money anyway.
We don't like to talk money.
Mostly because he pays for all of my spells.
Alright, back to the drinking contest. Once the lights come back on, you guys can make over to Station 2 now.
Oh, when the lights went off, he started flying again, but he fell when they went back off.
Gotcha.
When they turned back on, rather.
Alright.
All right.
Station.
I keep the conga line going to the song, and I keep dancing and working my way down here to this one.
Yep. Yep, they're
Is
like...
anybody struggling yet?
No, not yet. I mean, that was the starter drink, so...
Okay.
Alright, go ahead and roll me the con save. That poor guy's just looking on.
I'm doing terribly. I literally rolled a 2 on this one.
Mmm.
So 9.
Wow.
Feeling strong here. Got a 19.
Is she like dead on the floor now? Do we need to like resuscitate her?
Yeah, like
Do we
I
need to use a diamond?
and then
Like Bard's get advantage on these kind of rules, though.
Diamonds are for temporary.
Shout at Belzak, quick, turn back time, she's dead.
Yeah, poor Tatanka, it's like, for some reason, Tatanka isn't just able to hold her liquor for some reason, and, she just kind of collapses to the ground going, oh, no more.
Wait,
Come
turn her on her
shotgun.
side so she doesn't choke.
But is she falling over drunk or just
Yeah, she's
very
no, I'm like dead.
yeah, she's slumped over on the table right now with the mug in her hand.
I'm just like laying there crying about that dog I was petting one time. And how I wish it was happening again. And yes, that is what I'm really like at parties.
After the performance, Kestrel just sort of like surreptitiously wanders over and just sort of rolls her over onto her side. Maybe like tucks her under a table so no one steps on her.
This poor old man over here can't. He's like, ugh, you youngins can't. You youngins and your weird drinks. Can't you just drink a good ale? Oh, I'm
No,
done.
before he taps out, I'm gonna cast Healing Word on him.
It's like, oh, my back. That feels good.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh, maybe I will have one more.
That's what I'm talking about. And I chugged the rest of it.
Kestrel's just refilling her glass from her flask and keeps making sure to use prestidigitation, making it like taste like the alcohol. Trying to not make it seem suspicious.
Go ahead and, are you trying to do this stealthily?
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll me a sleight of hand, just out of curiosity.
Would that be with
Oh,
advantage if you've been doing
motherfucker.
prestidigitation with like everything else?
Almost landed on an 18. What were you saying, Finger?
Wow,
I
I
was
even
just asking, since you were like flinging prestidigitation everywhere, would it be with advantage because it would be distracting?
Oh, that's true. I am kind of using it everywhere.
no. Fortunately, there's too many people. Eventually, someone would just be paying attention to you. So yeah, someone in the crowd's like, "Hey, I don't think she's actually drinking." Zashi's like, "Not on my watch," and he hands you a glass, like a shot glass, essentially. He's like, "It's no fun if you don't drink."
Right. Drink. Alright, I am going to try to sleight of hand. No, you don't. Fuck it. Oh god. Shit, do I have anything I can do with this?
Can
Yeah.
I, like, disadvantage insight check to see if she really doesn't want to drink this?
Yeah.
I really don't want to drink this.
Okay, that's disadvantage. 11?
I am going to try and sleight of hand and make it look like I drink it.
Okay, go ahead, try.
Luna was gonna try to run up and steal it from her if he noticed.
17.
Like, mine.
Oh, 19. Yeah, Zashi sees you.
Shit.
So she's fucking on it today.
Alright. Fuck.
Come on, love. You know what kind of party this is. You got to join the rest of us, I say, and I snatch it out of her hand and drink it.
Oh god, roll me a con save.
Yes. I'm good at the... That's a 7.
Yeah, poor Argus just falls over, limp as the board, or as hard as the board, boom.
Well, I suppose I need to go and make sure that my little bard friend here is alright. And I'm just going to pick him up and very quickly leave.
I'm fine.
Before you can, you feel a giant bear paw. It's like, first drink, then go.
Didn't we pay for everything?
I mean, yes, I certainly did pay.
Then why do we not make the rules for the party?
Because you didn't specify that in the contract. Drink.
Zashid, is there somebody behind your bar trying to, get free drinks?
The gnome's like,
shit, drinks are free.
yeah, he's like, drinks are free, dude.
We paid for all of these already.
I'm trying to distract you. God damn it.
Please tell me you said that out loud.
Yes. You see, I told you guys I'm a bad liar.
Yep, he's like, here, you haven't... He's like, here, try this one. This one isn't that bad. He hands you one that's, it's a slightly dark brown, but it's not as dark as the one he's giving Kestrel.
Alright, and I suppose I'm going to drink it. Do I need to roll a con save?
Yup.
This is gonna go...
She takes a sip and fucking dies.
I could not have, just could not have gone any differently.
Yeah, Kestrel's just, as soon as, as she has Argus water, boom, both of them hit the floor. Dud.
Tonka just rolls off the bench she's trying to sleep on and just looks at them and goes, "Welcome to the club," and then totally just falls asleep.
Going come in there with you.
The large bear picks both of you up. It's like, all right, time for bed for these two, and then goes by to Tonka. He's got enough to get to Tonka and Kestrel under one arm and puts you three into your beds.
So, Jesus. Just like throw 3 people up on my shoulder and walk them to bed. No biggie.
You're small. I mean, I weigh a lot, but I'm small in stature.
And I am small in stature and also don't weigh a lot.
Yeah, and he's a freaking bear, man.
Or drinks.
I suppose it depends on what universe you're looking at, because we had bear people in a different campaign, and they were not big.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
Well,
Zasheet's the equivalent of a... Think of Zasheet as, the size of an actual bear, but instead of, muscle and fat, he's nothing but pure muscle.
So we're like, you mean like grizzly size?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got enough arm to take you to no problem. Alright, so all that's left is what, Ludum and Lore and Belzak?
Currently, yes.
Oh.
Where's Laura? He's supposed to be our DD.
He's sitting in the corner making toys for people who might actually get up to win the competition, which apparently isn't going well from my observing.
Yeah, I mean, there's still 5 contenders. Alright, so on to Station 3.
Hell yeah. Conga line continues. I'm going to stumble around a little bit and run into that table on the way by, though. The challenge continues, boys. I'm going to chug this one all out.
Yep, go ahead, roll me that con save.
Alright, where's my natural one now? Oh, no, that's an 8. I'm done.
Yep. Another one bites at us. Another one gone. Another one gone. Yep. Unfortunately, the 2 old geese are like, oh, I think that liver's gonna go now, and they retire from the contest. So it's all that's left is just Corin and Balasar. And that's it. Dragonborn and the Tabaxi.
Holy shit, Zasheet. What the fuck was that?
It's like, what? Do you not enjoy the bear paw?
More like the fucking ass slap.
Yep. Alright, and I'm just gonna roll a d4 at this point for those guys, and evens will go to Corin, and odds will go to Balasar. Hey, it's even! Balasar's like, I concede, and then he immediately runs over to the corner and starts throwing up. You can see Hanbo nodding approval. He's like, well, at least my son can do something other than... I'll let him have this one. Good job, son.
Oh, is this the guy that we bailed out?
Yeah.
Yes. That's why I'm so pissed. I just got outdrank by him. I'm pissed by that.
Well, wow, I wasn't really expecting there to only be one winner.
Well, Zasheet's like, my fault. I didn't think those 4 drinks were that rough on people.
Well, you didn't put it in.
At this point, Lunum's probably laying on his back on the bar, like the main bar. Very quietly playing his lute to himself, and will cast Sending.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
This is to Salith. He's shouting, by the way, while casting Sending. Hi, I learned how to play the lute. He's like crying a little bit.
Oh.
I'm gonna fucking save you, I promise. I learned how to fly. I only try to do so many things. I have a lead, and that's it.
Yeah, that's fine. Never mind. I was gonna have you roll a have you roll a con save, but you haven't been drinking the hard stuff, so you should be all right.
This is also my first time drinking, really. So I'm probably at the end of my limits. So I could give it a roll.
Well, I was gonna see if your Constitution and your Intelligence save, the con save to make sure that you stayed sober enough to send that message coherently. But again, you haven't been drinking any of the hard stuff like the rest of the crew has been tonight.
I didn't participate in the game, but I've been going at it.
Oh, have you? Then yeah, go ahead and roll me a con save.
10.
Yeah, you're sober, just sober enough to make sure that the message was coherent, and you're able to just keep it to where you don't embarrass yourself sending it. You didn't drunk text the person you were sending to, for reference.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, message goes through without problems. Yep. As
Luna will try hard not to worry about whether or not there's a response, but it's probably going to be in his mind.
Yep. All right, and then what was Lord going to do?
Well, so who won this thing?
Corin, the cat over here, and then Balasar, the dragon, came in second, and then you had a three-way tie for third with the two old men and Belzak.
Well, I guess Balasar. Hold on. I already got. It was too much information already. What was the first? Who won it?
Corin won.
Okay, so Corin. So I walk over to him while he's probably slobbering and his face is numb probably.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations, I guess, Corin. But I didn't think you were going to be the only person that won. That's I didn't plan for this to be that elaborate, but I have. What's your favorite animal?
He looks at you. He's like, me. I'm really fond of horses, actually.
All right. I sit down at the table and I pull out a bunch of scrap metal, and then I proceed to just basically do a tinker roll. I pull out my tinker tools.
Mm-hmm.
And put together a real quick, it might take a half hour or whatever. But I try to make them a high quality of a wind up horse that I can with my awesome ability, I guess.
Okay. Yeah. It takes you about half an hour, but yeah, you come out with this nice horse out of the stuff that you made.
Can I make a roll for this to
see
if I can make the splendiferous thing?
Yeah.
I'm gonna double my proficiency bonus now because I'm a level 6 character.
Yeah, that's fine. Didn't you have tools that you could use that we figured out last time around?
Well, yeah, I have tinker. I can make my tools out of anything.
Right. That's what I'm
saying.
Yeah, just whatever that roll is going to do.
You want a stat with that as well, or do you just want it's double my proficiency bonus, and then I think whatever ability you want me to use.
Yeah. Yeah, let's just do that, and then we'll just tie in your.
I just want to roll a d20 tonight. That's all I want to do with my life.
And
then I'll probably roll a natural one because life is terrible.
So
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Yeah, forced to drink and immediately go to sleep.
I rolled a natural 19 plus 6, 25, and then whatever ability bonus stuff.
Yeah, you knocked it out of the park. Yeah, he's in awe. He's like, I have anything of this quality in my life. Thank you.
Well, tell everyone that one of the What are they calling us? The Superb Six?
The Supreme Six?
Supreme Six?
Well, that's what someone shouted in the crowd. Doesn't have to stick, but yeah.
Oh, whatever. You can let people know that Lore, a man of fine quality, made this device for you and is willing to is going to be famous for making other inventions as well that are going to change the world.
Yeah, he nods. He starts crying. He starts sobbing a little bit. He's like, I will. Thank you, Mr. Lore.
Just imagine if we win this contest, what things I can do for everyone else. Given
Nods.
the unlimited resources. Maybe it's your best intention to help us be able to accomplish this goal.
His eyes light up. He's like, for you, Mr. Lord, for what you've done for me? Of course. I'm your man.
Well, that's good to hear. I'm sorry the beverages might not have been the most tasteful, but you were able to prove your worthiness to me, at least. And we shall not be forgotten amongst our group.
He kind of tilts his head. He's like, well, they were pretty tasty, actually. It's just, the alcohol, and I'm just kind of burned. Belisar just kind of heaves the leg. He's like, oh, yeah, that might come up a second time.
I grab one of the beverages and I use it to shine parts of my armor.
Yeah, I mean it takes off any if you had a stain or anything like that was on there, it kind of buffs it out real nice and clean.
Ooh. Yes, that does have a high very good for cleaning. Probably not good for cleaning your insides though.
The poor Dragonborn is like, he's crouching something's like, yeah, that's definitely doing that.
Well, I look around for the rest of my party members. Am I the only one that's up now, or is...
Lunam's up. Belzak's just kind of, drunk, deeply drunk at the table that he was at Station 3.
At that note, Lennon probably would have climbed off the bar, wiping tears from his eyes, and left the inn.
Wait, left the inn?
Out?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He would have gone to lay down in the park where he met the druids.
Okay.
And probably go to sleep there, to be honest.
Alrighty. Alright, anything else from Lore or Belzak at this point?
I mean, about the only thing I think I got in me is stumbling back to my room at this point.
Okay.
Over the corpses of your allies.
I'm still standing.
Roll me another God save as you're trying to make it back on your own will.
What? Another con save?
Yep.
Yeah. 18.
Yeah, you're fine. Yeah. Even though your head is swimming and your body isn't able to handle very much more of it, you're actually make it to your room under your own willpower without needing anyone's assistance. All right.
Before I shut my door, I'm gonna be like, I'm still standing, and I'm just gonna fall backwards in the room.
So a party is where you drink and then go to bed. Interesting.
That's just
And
Tuesday, baby. Party has
And I just kind of sit at my table, just like continuing to diddle around with some tinkering or whatever. And I'm just kind of like looking around the room going like, what happened to everybody?
Oh, what happened indeed.
How strange.
Bad dice is what happened.
Oh god, at least it was bad dice on just RPing and not in a fight. Oh man. Alright, so yeah, Each of you roll me a D100.
One.
Oh, wow.
You're lying.
62 for me.
He is not lying.
Oh, dear
I
Lord.
see that.
I love it. I'm so happy.
We're all dead, aren't we?
84.
I heard that happen when I was trying to do divine intervention.
I know, right? 73.
88.
Alright, let's see here. 1 plus 73 plus 51 plus 62 plus 84.
One.
Am I missing
If we're
something?
doing an average, that one's gonna hurt all of us. Oh no.
I rolled a 51.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Who are we missing? Are we missing anyone?
Loot?
Oh,
Did
yeah.
you type it somewhere?
Yeah,
Or-
we're just having you roll a D100, Lunam.
Oh, I said 88. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't
sorry.
know.
Okay. Okay. Okay, yeah, the party was somewhat favorable. I mean, you guys had over 50. Yeah, you guys had a 60% 60% approval rate from all the patrons that were there that night. So, you know, public's on your side. They think you're kind of the real deal for the most part.
Did I encounter anybody in the park? Or am I just...
Oh, we'll get to that next session.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll get to that next session. Anything else before we call it a night?
I feel like we should probably just kind of go over our plans for our alter egos.
Okay, well, I'll put a caveat on that until next session, because as you will awake the next day, Argus has gone missing.
See,
Excellent.
this is why I didn't want to fucking drink. Like, this was I just want to point out that this entire party was a plant by Kestrel to try and draw people out, and was intentionally not drinking.
Yeah, I know. But we'll be back next week. The party will figure out what happened to go Argus.
Oh, no.
But yeah, aside from that, thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight. Thanks again to both our players, Tatanka and Belzak from Bad Stops Watch Gaming. You guys doing your dime painting on Thursday?
I don't know what I'm doing yet, but I'll be doing something.
Alright, so yeah, just follow the link for Bad Stops Gaming at the bottom and catch them. They're pretty chill people to hang out with. And then I am going to, since we actually have a few people to raid with, I'm going to go ahead and raid Sir McLeod. But yeah, catch you guys here next week, and hopefully have a good week. Raid.
Alright, friends. Good session.
Yeah, it was fun.
What are you rating?
Oh,
Another Twitch stream, I assume.
yeah, I'm just sending guys.